Good morning, good evening, and welcome to this week's live craft and chat where we will craft and chat live, and we are playing our witchcraft game. It is back. I should probably have grabbed the dice. I mean, that would have been smart. Alrighty, let me just jump in here and see who is about. Bring in the top chat, changing that to live chat. Good morning to Claire. It's great to see you. Thanks so much for joining. And Sally is here. And Kathy. And Kelly. Words. Kelly is here as well. And Kathy. It's so good to see you back in the chat. In my true beverage goblin form, I have coffee, I have water, and I have tea. The tea of choice today is Tea for Talia's mint sliced tea. I felt like a splurge this morning. My back is a little sore. We've got the table ready for going up and down in the heights and all that sort of stuff. So let's just see how we go. Now, I think I'm all up to date with the mosaic blanket. I think I've done all the colors, and I've been updating the thread over on Discord. So if you are not on Discord yet and you are following along in this mosaic blanket adventures, then go and check those out under each of the last few. My brain is so not working this morning. Under the last few videos, I've popped in, or myself or Kelly has popped in, which colours we used. Part of the problem with my brain not working is my fan is making crazy amounts of noise, and it'll be like fine for a minute and then just go grrr. So it's doing my head in. Like, I have the remote right here, and I don't normally have the remote on the table. Because I'm just having to manually adjust it so that it doesn't mess with my brain. Good morning to Bianca. It's great to see you. And Knit Spin Girl Creations. So good to see you. Feel free to click a share on this live stream and share it with in the places where your yarny friends hang out, or even on your personal Facebook profile, so that those people that you know and who know you love yarn and also love yarn may see it as well. Congrats with all you've achieved this past week. Thanks, Kathy. It's felt a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? It's felt like a little bit of a slog this week. Like, doing anything when you've got a sore back is really hard. But yeah, it's been fun. So one of the things that we did do was we flipped the mattress to try and, you know what it's like. Sometimes your mattress just needs a little turn just to give your body something a bit different to lay on. I think that made a difference this week. It didn't make a difference last time, but it's making a difference this time. It may have nothing to do with that. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know at all. So let's have a look here. Let me look. Sue Ellen, Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year to you. I've changed everything here. Like, I've got different, so I'm looking at different screens, and I am running through Ecamm again today just to test some stuff out, but it's still an issue. I should have virtual cammed it into StreamYard. I knew that. I knew I should have, but I didn't. So, you know. Okay. Oh gosh, I've got something in my eye. Alrighty, let's take a sip of coffee. And while I'm taking a sip of coffee, let me know in the chat what you're working on right now, what you've got in your lap. Whether it's a cuppa or craft or whatever, let me know. Knit Spin Girl says, back pain sucks. You don't realise just how debilitating it is until it happens to you. Yeah. I mean, I've had it happen before, so I kind of, I was kind of prepared, but then, I had things to do. Yeah, try and push through, and then your body's like, no pushing through for you. Let's have a look here. Bianca is sewing in the ends on my linen top. So is that your first finish for 2024? Is it? I don't know. Did I finish where is it? I brought it for show and tell. My stocking. I don't know if I actually technically finished it in 2023 or 2024. definitely after Christmas. I put the date in Ravelry. It might have been the end. It might have been the end of the year. So this is how this is looking. I'm just going to lay it here. There we go. So that's how it is. It's not blocked yet, but I'm very happy with it. Color work is not my natural playground, so I found the whole process just a little stressful, but I did enjoy it at the same time, you know, like it's not perfect and that's okay. So, but this is a beautiful stocking. It's a great size stocking. I'd be concerned if this was the sock required. It's a weird shape for a foot. That's making noise again. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it. And that's enough to upset me. So I got that one finished. Again, I've popped this, and if you want to see like the photo progression of it going, I've got all those photos over on Instagram and also in the Discord. So if you want to go and check out those, then I would highly recommend you do it. And please, if you don't follow me on Instagram, if you could go and click the little follow heart, I would love that so much. Thank you. Let's have a look here. Kelly was going to be, hang on, let's just drop back here. Kelly was going to be working on her joggers, but we're stashing my recent advents to Ravelry instead. Oh my gosh, they look gorgeous. They just absolutely look gorgeous, those colors. If you don't know what we're talking about, again, over in the Discord, we had a whole section for Advent. So as people opened up their Advent day by day, we were all able to join in the fun there. So that was heaps of fun. Let's have a look here. Knit Spin Girls is knitting the hem of my Ollie cardigan, top down, 1,100 stitches in 4-ply in a 1x1 moss. Ooh. I mean, it's going to look amazing. It will. I'm finishing up sewing random squares together and figuring out how to fix 2 crochet items the puppy chewed. Oh, no. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, I have a little blanket that when Louis was a puppy, he chewed into, and I really don't know how to fix it. I did just whack some phrase stop in there just temporarily 2 years ago. That's about the extent of it. Jackie is in the house. Hello, Jackie. It's great to see you. Thank you, Kelly, and to Sally for dropping links to both the Discord and Instagram. I appreciate that. So, I mean, you've already seen new desk, not the white. We don't have the white. I washed my desk mat yesterday, and it's just not quite dry enough yet. So we're going to try and roll the dice straight on the desk. We'll see how it goes. Otherwise, it's here. It's nearly dry. We could, you know, I can deal with the damp. All right, I'm getting some dice. It's dice time. Alrighty. So let us bring up our witchcraft. This one here. These are our projects that we've got. I just need to fix this camera. I don't know what's happened to my head here. I feel like a toddler. Oh, I know why. I forgot to check this one. I checked all the others. I didn't check this one. I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. There we go. I'll have to play with that another day. There we go. I filled the square at least, right? I filled the square. Let's have a look here. Got the... interesting. All right. Let's have a look. Beck Nick is in the house. It's great to see you. Hey, Samantha Stewart. Yeah, so it looks like the links are working, Sally. Alrighty. Man. Number 2 is not the bunny mink cow. Number 2 is my green Hobbii top, okay? So everything else is the same. It's still knit, but it's the green Hobbii top, not the bunny mink cow. I'm nearly finished the Hobbii top, guys. So I pulled the bunny mink cow. I thought I changed it. I did change it, but then I was rearranging things, and, you know, You know. Anyway, so let's roll the dice. Let's see what we're going to make today. The dice get to decide, Samantha. We don't get to vote just yet unless we roll an 8. All right, let's have a look here. We have 3. We are support spindling today. Wow. Okay. Now, before we go on, I need to roll the 3 dice rolls for the mosaic. So I'll just number 3. Where are you? You can go there. That's for today. So the dice rolls for the mosaic are 5. Let's just go over here for the dice rolls. 4. 5 is parrot. Then we have 4. 4 is galah. And 8. We do get a vote. So let's jump over to the vote screen and vote. If one of the mods can drop the poll voting link in, that would be super duper. So that's this screen here. If I actually changed it to the next time, change to the vote first. Goodness me. All right. So it is the fibrific.com.au/vote, I think is how it works. So, yeah. Well, Samantha, the dice roll said 3, so I'll be support spindling at least once the voting is done. So, do we have the vote link in the chat happening? There it is. There it is. Thank you, Kelly. So, I will get the vote timer going. So, there we go. Kelly says that she can't post links today. You guys are going to have to cut and paste. All right, we might allow a little bit of extra time for the voting for cut and pasting. Let me just have I can't look while that screen's up. The band's very loud. Look, I'm just going to turn it off. I can't concentrate. Oh, Becknick says those links are working for her. Okay. It might be a thing, like just so the moderators know, YouTube is making some like massive changes to different moderation tools and all that sort of stuff. So when you actually click on someone's name as a moderator, this is moderators only. When you click on someone's name, you have the opportunity to look at their activity and you can see everything that they've done on this channel for the last 365 days. So if somebody has been blocked before, if they've been timed out, if you can see any kind of actions that any of the other moderators have had to take on that particular person. YouTube's trying really, really hard to deal with bad actors and spammers and scammers in the live chats. So it probably won't be so much of an issue for us here, but in some of the other chats that you may mod for, then that could be a thing. Alrighty, has everybody voted is my question. Let me know in the chat if you voted, type yes. And by voting, I mean clicking on that link that Kelly has posted in the chat and actually going and choosing one of these options on the screen that you can see. So if you let me know just with a yes or a Y in the chat, and then we can keep going. I'm going to have some more coffee. Let me guess what color Knitspin Girls has done. Kelly, yes, that would have been a good idea if I had have seen that earlier. So, okay, getting lots of yeses. That's good. Sally says it seems like when we post, it doesn't look like we've done it right, meaning we don't see the underlined link, but to the others in the chat, it works. Okay. All right. That's good to know. That's good to know. All righty, let's go and show our results. Let's see what the color is. With 7 votes, it is an enemy. It's an enemy. So, where's my phone? I'm just going to grab a photo of those colors. There we go. So I don't have to scrub back through. And then I also want to grab a photo camera of that screen. There we go. So that'll be easier to do later. Alrighty. Woohoo! Purple wins. Knit Spin Girls is a happy camper. Alrighty, let's move the dice aside. We need to grab a spindle. We need to change screens. There we go. I thought, hang on. That is not the spindle project. That's not the spindle project. I thought I had a, it is, it's over here. Where's the start of it? Alrighty. Yeah, because I think I was going to do support spindling. No, what do you call it? Turkish spindling, and then I thought support spindling is easier on a table. Let me tell you. Alrighty, this poor piece of fluff has been stored for a long time, so I can imagine it's still going to be okay. I just thought I'd started it already. Just bear with me for a second while I dig through the spindles. I mean, I'd meant to start it. All right, so I hate starting a spindle project on camera. So, Samantha, we're spindling tonight. That's the third time. Just as an FYI. There we go. We'll get this little sucker started. Get some twist in there. Now, we do have a camera set up here for someone special. We do have a special guest in the house, if I can find it. There we go. There he is. Lou Dog is in the house. Which is why I don't have the secondary spindle cam, because I'd set it up over on Louie. If you want me to change it from Louie and make it a spindle cam, I can. You just let me know. Some twist in there. There we go. Alrighty, that fluff is a beautiful colour scheme. Oh, it is. Look, Eggshell Bunny does beautiful fluff and beautiful colours. If you need fibres and fluff, you've got to go and check out Charlie's website. I'm not entirely, I think the blog spot's gone, but you can go and check it out. Somebody else might know if the blog spot is still available. So it is 10 a.m. where I need the fan back on. I'm sorry, guys, I'm melting. I tried to go without the noisy fan. It didn't work. Let's have a look. Puppy Cam. Yeah, he's snoozing. He's such a little... He went for a big play this morning, and now it's nap time. And what was really funny is I've gone into the kitchen to grab all my cups of drink, because, you know, that's what I do. I've got like 11 billion drinks. And I come in, and there's Louis standing at the door waiting for me to come in. I'm like, I'm coming. And so he came in and sat in his spot, and he was a happy camper. Hey, Josephine, good to see you. Speaking of Josephine, it's always a good reminder for me. Today is the first Thursday of the month, which means that if you are local in the Brisbane, Logan, Gold Coast regions of Queensland, then it is Caffeinated Crafters Day, which is an in-person meetup where we sit and craft and eat IKEA food at IKEA Logan. We just meet up at the food court area. Food court? What do they call it? Restaurant. I don't know, whatever they call it, upstairs in the food court area. You can find us. There's normally craft all over the tables. So, yeah. Now, this is Witchcraft, the game. So if you're not interested or you get bored with me spindling, you have the possibility to change what we're working on. In the description below, you might need to click the more or show more button, but it's the general rules for how the game plays. If you want to see me crochet or knit or something like that, for an orange super chat, you can, you can not only demand a reroll, but you actually get to choose which one off the list I work on. For a yellow super chat or a members chat, so the green members chat if you're a channel member or have been a channel member for 30 days. So, yeah. Ruining Dad's YouTube algorithm by watching on his telly and his account. That's awesome. I love it. This particular one is Baby Camel Yak. I don't believe it had a cute name. I think it was always just Baby Camel Yak. Now, this one has been in my stash for a very long time. Oh, my goodness. Fan, seriously. It needs a full reboot and a kick. It needs a kick. So yeah, it is. So where was I up to? Oh, this is Witchcraft. Yes, it is. We are twiddling sticks and making yarn. No, but because it is a Witchcraft live chat, you get to choose the craft. So, you know, if you get bored, you can always fix it. Is it Witchcraft or Witchcrafts? I may think you're a witch because do you know what? We're going with let's play with the words and let people make their own decisions. So it's time to move the cob down. Uh-oh, don't get tangled up on me, little things. Now, I can never remember the name of the spindle maker here. The bowl is one of Lair of the Bearded Dragon's bowls, but the spindle is a Russian that I used to get from, I think it's a Nelson or a Nielsen. I cannot remember off the top of my head, I'll be honest, but unfortunately that spindle maker has passed away and I can no longer get those spindles. Leanne's Craft Room is back as a member. Woot woot, Leanne. And, you know, Leanne, if it makes you feel any better, somebody else's credit card information needed changing as well. And the in-joke is both Leanne and Claire became channel members at the same sort of time. And it was a fight. It was an absolute fight. Oh, that did not join properly. Let me try again. As to who was actually first, but it was Claire who was first, according to the YouTube time stats. Come on, get some twist. There we go. Twist is what makes yarn strong. Without the twist, there's no strength. Yeah, so anyway, both Leanne and Claire needed to change their payment information on YouTube, and both their memberships lapsed. And so technically, does that mean either of you are still first and second anymore? I don't know. I mean, you were originally the first and second. I'm just teasing. But it is kind of funny that it happened to both of them at the same time. She waves her stick around while muttering under her breath, and then poof, a blanket. You can draw your own conclusions. Absolutely. Morning, Melissa. It's good to see you here. But yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. Leanne's in the mod chat saying she can't find the live. Good morning, Game Widows. Was there an issue with the live this morning? It looked to me like everything was okay, but, you know. No, Sally, she rejoined membership. So if someone rejoins the membership while someone's live, the notification's an automatic thing. So, yeah. Kelly's popped a post into the fun zone. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Oh, can you guys hear the fan, or am I worrying about it for nothing? Because it's so loud. It's just so loud, honestly. You can't hear it at all? Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, because it's got like, I don't even know how to describe it, how loud it is, honestly. Oh, you can't hear my fan over your fan. Well, that's good to know. Now, the fibers are really very short in this, you know, because Angora is quite short and Yak is very short. It's an undercoat. So I'm being very cautious. I could probably just get a lot of twist in a bit and just do a nice, easy long draw. But I'm always just that little bit nervous that it'll just snap. It's kind of the point of why we do this, is technically we should be able to do that, but my hands are sweating, which is making just that little bit trickier. I'll bring it over a little so that the problem is this bit here I can't see because the microphone is totally in the way. Oh my gosh. All right. Look around the microphone. Alrighty. Now, I know that the thumbnail for today's live stream was the same as a pile of others, and I will go in and update that. I didn't realize till yesterday afternoon. I was like, oh, do I really want to do that today? The answer was no. Obviously, the answer was no. I've just come across a bit that needs a little bit of two hands, so I needed to bring that a bit closer. So, I mean, welcome to 2024. We had a big discussion about everybody's Christmas last week because we did the in-between limbo week live stream. And, you know, how was your New Year's Eve? Did you do anything? Me and a group of friends did a big group Zoom. And we had a Zoom Christmas, New Year's Eve party so that none of us had to drive and we could all have a couple of drinks without worrying about that sort of stuff. The nearest fireworks to me is like a half an hour and hundreds of thousands of people go because it's like the only one worth going to in the entire area. So, I'm like, nope, I'm not going to be doing that. And unusually, both Tim and Abby stayed awake, which usually, like, one of the reasons why I decided to join a Zoom group for New Year's Eve was normally I'm sitting here by myself counting down to midnight because both Tim and Abby fall asleep. But this year they were both awake, walking around. And Game Widow says I had the illegal type outside of my house. Just as an aside, just for those that don't know, in Australia, it's illegal to use fireworks unless you are a licensed pyrotechnician. So you can't just set off crackers in the street. You need to not do that. So when someone sets off fireworks, you're like, like they're going to blow their hand off or something. Becknick says, me too. Mine were all awake, which was unusual. I know, it's so weird, isn't it? It's just like, it was like, wait a second. The balance of the universe is off. What's going on here? Well, this is thoroughly started now. So next time we get spindle fluff, I won't be all stressed out about having to start a fresh one on camera because it's started. Oh, here comes the noisy fan again. Perhaps the heat kept everyone awake? Maybe. Holly says it's illegal here in California as well, but it doesn't stop people. Yeah, same. It doesn't stop everybody here either. Although it makes it really hard to buy them. There has to be somewhere legal in Australia for them to be sold, right? Otherwise, there just wouldn't be anywhere for people to buy them. Maybe one of the states or territories it's not illegal and people just drive down there and pick up a pile, drive home with their illegal fireworks in their hot vehicle, hoping they don't explode. Yeah, it was pretty dang hot, I can tell you. We've had some really less than stellar fun here since Christmas Day. Christmas Day we had a massive storm, and while we were exceptionally lucky in that our house itself didn't have any more than its usual leaks, a lot of people around us did have some issues. And then we also had a lot of rain. And by a lot of rain, I mean a ridiculously large amount of rain, so that we have an issue or an ongoing dispute with our local council, because for some reason, when there's crazy amounts of rain, we get raw sewage in our yard, and it's not our sewage. Do you know how we know it's not our sewage? Because we can't flush our toilets. So it's definitely not ours. But so now we're currently waiting for council to come out and clean it all up. And they will. They do it every time it happens. They're like, we don't see how this is a council problem. And I'm like, really? Really? You don't see how it's a council problem? So, but the council infrastructure people have actually realised, yes, it is a council problem, and they've sent out a solution that we all had to opt in or out of. But they haven't as yet installed the solution. The actual real solution would be that they upgrade the sewer lines that haven't been upgraded since the 1970s. And whereas they have approved something like, I don't even know how many dwellings. There's entire estates of townhouses, and most of those townhouses have 2 toilets and 2 bathrooms, and they're full family townhouses, 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses. So, it's definitely not a council problem that they just keep approving new developments but not upgrading the infrastructure. Sorry, I'm a bit bitter. I'm actually quite a lot bitter about that whole situation. So maybe I shouldn't talk about it, because it makes me grumpy. Chintami says over 80,000 people lost power, and it took nearly 7 days to get it all back up. I know there's people still without power. There's people who have had their phones disrupted, their internet disrupted. Like, there was a lot. Basically, what happened Christmas Eve, about 20 minutes south of us, was the equivalent of a tornado in an area that does not get tornadoes. And so there's roofs of there's whole houses just ripped apart. The news is so sad to watch right now. So, yeah. You know, people who've lived in this house for 50 years and all of a sudden they've got a problem. Yeah, that's right, Kelly. I agree. It is annoying. It's very annoying. In good news, I've got a new desk, which I love. I love my new desk. I talked Abby into buying a new chair, which we've been trying to get her to do since like halfway through high school. Finally, she allowed us to purchase her a new chair, and she's picked this gorgeous chair. And we were able, because we didn't buy it from IKEA, we were able to put rollerblade wheels on it. So Abby's been having some fun with a really comfy chair and some rollerblades. That's really cool. So yeah. Oh, Chintamani, remove. I understand your frustration with the power. I do, but let's leave the F-bombs for another stream. So yeah. Or, you know, do what Kelly did and sort of censor it a little. Because while technically YouTube allow it, I try to keep this chat PG-13. Yeah, Jackie, who knows about this sort of thing, has looked at the sewer system near my house, and it appears to me that the pump station just below you is inadequate to the needs. Look, you know what? We all agree. Everybody in the area agrees. And we are not the only house it happens to either. There's actually a pile of us. So, yeah, it's quite disappointing. Chintami says, I can support Spindle properly. Awesome. Because you are a massive fan of the Turkish spindle. So hearing that you've picked up a new skill and that you are happy with it is awesome. Using a lap cup made all the difference. I stopped lifting it up. Fantastic. So when you say lap cup, do you mean one of those little, just a bigger cup on your lap, or do you mean like one of the ones like what I've got or something along the lines? I'm just going to grab it. There it is. So this is my lap cup. So you put it and your legs sit there on either side of it and you hold on to it, and then it doesn't go anywhere while you're sitting. This was a birthday gift from my friend of mine, Jen Homewood, who's in the chat sometimes. We've been friends for many, many years. I've had this, I don't even know how many years. It's got to be at least 10 years I've had this. And I love it. I love it. Oh, I got fluff in my face. Let me just have some coffee. Which would the key indicator that it's not your house causing? Oh, absolutely. The fact that it's not just our house, absolutely. Okay, more fluffs. No one wants to change the topic. No one wants to change the No one wants to change the craft. You've got the options and the ability to do so by using either a members chat or a super chat. Let me just. Here comes the fan. I'm just going to let the fan blow on my hand a little. My hands are so sweaty. They're so sweaty. Oh, yeah, you're using a tea light oil burner. Cool. How long have I been doing mosaic crochet for? My first project was the Queen blanket. So what year was that? 2019? There's a bit of veggie matter there. We'll get rid of that. Oh, come back here, Fluffs. Kelly has opted for a re-roll. Alrighty, let me just fasten this off in the little. There we go. Alrighty, let me just pop this guy aside for now. So we have got Kelly is celebrating her 26 months of membership, and she's going for a re-roll. So Chintamani is like, meanie. Oh, goodness me. Alrighty. Should we just use the same dice that we used before or use a different dice? I don't even know. I don't know. Just tried Sigis Icelandic style yogurt, thick and creamy. Oh wow, that sounds interesting. Alrighty, let's have a look. Well, if we do get a 1, actually, which reminds me, I need to bring up the thingy, which I've not made a button for. There we go. Number 2 is the green knit top. It is not the bunny mink cowl, okay? If we get number 1, we've already rolled all the colours, so we'll just work on those colours. So, yeah, let's get ready to roll. We have a 2. Well, I'm glad I clarified that. Number 2 is a green top. So I'll push those aside. We'll go, oh, no, that one there. Pop these over the other side so they're out of the way. Number 2. Here we go. It's my top that I'm working on. The pattern, I know someone's going to ask. Let me just dig up the pattern name. Just bring my iPad a little bit closer. Come closer, iPad. I can't reach you to press the buttons. Okay, it is the Tanis Fiber Arts Rocket Tee in DK. I believe I have the link over on Ravelry. Maybe. I mean, I don't even know. Honestly, let's go. Oh, thank you. I do. It came up as number 2. So that's why we're using this project. Alrighty. Oops, tangled. Okay, so we'll just have a quick show and tell where we're up to. It's upside down, I know, but I'm about to start knitting from the bottom. So it's a little V-neck t-shirt. It's going to have some little sleeves on it. It'll have a little I-cord neckband. And we've still got a couple of inches left to go. So let's get working on that. And I'm like, dude, where's the bag with all the yarn in it? I can see it over there because I'm like down to this last little bit. But in saying that, it goes deceptively far. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th ball on the entire project. Okay. Let's get into the swing of it, into the thick of it. And then I can relax. Because did you guys know that every time I restart or start a new project, my whole body goes into this like, okay, we could do this. We could do, oh, Ravelry is currently available, unavailable, I should say. That's annoying. It happens sometimes. I have to do updates and things like that. So, well, Kelly's plan to update her stash is now in the toilet because Ravelry is unavailable. Is it like Ravelry down or is it just temporary unavailable? Knit Spin Girl says 2nd row of the hem done. Time for another coffee. I think my coffee's just about done. That's right. I'll go grab my socks. FYI, I have my my Supernatural coffee cup today. Love that one. I have my Supernatural coffee cup. I have my Star Wars water cup and my Yeti Rambler with just got my tea in it. Keeping my tea nice and hot for the rest of the stream. You finished sewing in your ends? That's awesome. So who's got New Year's resolutions that are craft related in the chat? I mean, my goal, I don't so much have a resolution, but my goal is to try and end out the year with as few works in progresses as possible. I'm not starting the new year with as few works in progresses as possible. So yeah. So well, if you do have a craft related New Year's resolution, feel free to pop it in the chat. Chintamani wants to try and finish all of her whips before the end of 2024. That is awesome. So I've got to double check. Does anyone know off the top of their head the start date for the Addict 24's latest crochet along? Because I bought the kit, but I haven't really checked it. So I should probably look at. She usually starts it on the first Friday, so that'd be tomorrow. So I'm like, oh man, I don't want to start another project till I finish some more off. And I'm working away feverishly at a few different things. But I did finish my stocking. It just needs, it does need blocking, but I'm just waiting until, I feel like blocking, I'll be honest. Knitspin Girl says, I'm going to try to spin for at least 10 minutes every day and not buy any yarn. Oh, Louie, did you move, big man? Can I shift your camera up a little? I can. There we go. Yep, Doggo's having a snooze. So, I don't look. Do you know what? I always find the not buy any yarn one, like, I get why, because hello stash. I'm just gonna move you just a little. Thank you, and then I'm just gonna. Can I? Because everything's different. I'm just trying to find where the comfortable spot is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think this is my comfortable spot. So, so I'm moving all the cameras around. Sorry about that. The whole desk got changed. So everything's in a different spot. And I put my second monitors up on a monitor arm. Everything is weird. Everything is different. So, I get the whole not buying yarn thing. I really do. I do get it. But at the same time, sometimes I need to buy yarn, like I want to make a particular thing and I need the yarn for it and I don't want the guilt. So I come with the whole, I won't buy yarn I don't 100% love. That's actually, what? I just don't have the I don't buy yarns. How did you change your channel name? I went into customize my channel and I just changed it. If you're talking about being able to change your channel handle, that's a different process. So you need to look at that. But for my channel name, my display name is what it is. I went to my channel page, clicked the big customize button, and then was able to choose an option there to fix it there. Bianca says, I don't bother with New Year's resolutions. Yeah, I don't do New Year's resolutions as such. I do seasons. So seasons of focus. So that, like I don't do the whole, I must lose X number of kilos. I have a season of health where if I happen to change some things with my health and I lose some weight, that's great. But if in the search for something else happens and then you've got to go and do other tests and then you've got to fix that, then that's still all in the endeavor for better health, but it may derail any plans for weight loss. So when you get to the end of the year, you may have solved 14 other health issues, but you may not have lost the weight that you wanted. How is that not a win? Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you've got like this goal of a certain number of kilos off or pounds or whatever, then you feel like you failed, even though you won at all this other stuff. So I try to make it a little bit broader because, when I fail at stuff, it messes with my head. Samantha, unless you really want to, there's no reason to change your channel name. For me, it's the people that have like all the numbers in their channel names or in their channel handles that is bothersome. But you've got your name and it works, so I don't see an issue. Fibrific is a brand; it's the name of my business, so it makes sense that channel name is called Fibrific. Whereas my Chantel Hills YouTube channel focuses on other stuff. It's my personal brand, and it focuses on live streaming and technology and and communities and that sort of thing. So it's totally different. So I try to keep them separate. How's the stability of the new desk? I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty dang good, honestly. Like I can see my monitor wobbling a little, but that's because it's on an articulated arm and it's also massively huge and it's still hard to adjust. Yeah. This is another sit-stand desk my husband was able to secure for me. And it's a way better quality one. We were thinking about getting rid of the IKEA one, but so far we've actually found a really great use case for it in our living room. For such a small house, we have a surprisingly large living area. So behind one of the couches, we've put the desk. And for me, this room has no ceiling fan, has no air conditioner. So this is actually a really hot room to work in. So if I want to just do emails and things like that, I tend to go and jump on a laptop out in the lounge room on the couch, which is not great for my back. So having the desk out there basically in front of the air conditioner, I think I'll get some use out of that. Where did you get the desk? My husband's office was shutting down and they were getting rid of some furniture. So it's a secondhand desk. And it's totally still height adjustable. And as a matter of fact, we will be adjusting the height shortly because I will need to stand up for a little minute. I'm not sure if everyone who was here today was here for last week's stream. We were having a discussion over, the sit standing, and I had a stool handy, and the stool was just so very uncomfortable. And so, I didn't want to have it at the stool height again today. So this desk actually raises and lowers a little faster than the old one as well. So in about 5 minutes or so, we will definitely be standing up and letting the desk do its thing. Although I should probably have put shoes on if I'm going to stand. So, whoops. Didn't think of that. I do have one of those underfoot desk standy things, the soft cushiony things coming. It's not here yet. It won't be here for a couple of weeks. So, when it gets here, we'll use it and we'll see how it goes. It is summer in Australia. That's right. 30 degrees and above. And where we are, add the humidity to that as well. We get very high humidity. We're not talking Thailand and humidity, but it's pretty dang hot and gross most of the time at the moment. Temperature right now, let me have a look here. Temperature right now is at where are we at? Nearly 11 o'clock in the morning. It is 29 degrees, feels like 32. That's in Celsius. If you want to check out Fahrenheit, you'll need to Google it. I can't do the conversion in my head. There's a way to do it. I just don't know what it is. Let's have a look here. Just checking the chat. All right, keep stitching. Just keep stitching. So with this particular sweater, were you guys able to see the image? I can just do this and bring it forward. There you go. So that's the sweater I'm working on, but I'm just going to make mine short sleeved. I'm making it into a t-shirt and probably not quite as long as what hers is either, because it seems quite long. So, there is and I am also omitting this down the side. I've left this, I've got this at the top, but down the side, dropped it out. I'm just going full circular. And while I do love the little sleeves, I will just be ending off with a little ribbed sleeve there. So, yeah, that's where I'm up to. Oh, there we go. And we'll push that back. Why does your back hurt? Because I'm old and I moved weirdly in my sleep one night. So, yeah. I just parked and can type, but for yarn buying goals, I like the goal of being intentional with my yarn rather than a yarn ban. Look, you know, for me, I just find some of these, I self-limit myself enough. And I don't need to be so self-limiting to actually ruin my rare bit of fun that I get to have. So I try to make good buying decisions. And I'm making better buying decisions. Like when we all first start yarn crafting, it is, and Sally, yes, is the answer to your question. I try to, you know, when we all first start yarn crafting, we get excited, we hit the sales, we buy an absolute boatload of stuff. But when it comes to, you know, as we get older, or older in the craft, not older in age, but older in the craft, more experienced in the craft, we become a little fussier with what we need. So what I've been doing over this last few weeks is I have a friend who helps out with a charity that makes blankets and things for homeless people, and they're always looking for supplies. So I've actually been going through my old stash of stuff that I haven't used for a long time. It's too good to throw away. It's not trash yarn. It's just not my taste anymore. And I've been going through and donating all of that so that it's going to a useful place, because the yarn is still good. It's just not what I like. So as we have to, you know, change and our taste develop, and as our skills develop, the kind of things we want to make changes, you know. So we get fussy, you know, how many yarn hours do we get actually? Do I want to do that with like the nastiest yarn in the world? Kelly, exactly. That's exactly right. I don't feel bad for buying indie dyed yarn. Here we go. Because they aren't available forever. It's get it while you can. If it sits in my stash for years, that is okay. So it is definitely one of those things. Like I was actually saying to some friends that if you have a yarn dyer that you absolutely love, go and buy their yarn while you can. Because most dyers don't dye forever. Like they don't dye yarn forever. Unless they are able to expand and get a team in, they usually can't dye yarn forever. So if you love their yarn, buy as much of it as you can. So that was my biggest regret with Fibrific when I had to stop hand dyeing yarn. I wasn't able to give people much warning, and it meant that people who absolutely loved my yarn were actually unable to buy it anymore. So look, I'm just going to there we go. Bianca says, now I have more confidence. I bought more interesting and expensive yarn. That's the thing, isn't it? Because when you're very first starting, it's all a risk. Every yarn purchase is a risk. But as you become more confident in your abilities, as you start planning your projects with a little more intention. Not that all my projects are planned with intention. Sometimes I go, ooh, look, shiny, and make it, which is exactly what happened with this. Kelly went, I'm saving this because I'm going to make it next year because I don't have the yarn. And then I looked at it and went, oh my gosh, I have yarn that'll work, and started it. So, you know, like not exactly intentional. So yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. I'm just going to check something. Some of the mods are having some problems on their end. I'm just seeing if I can. So I can click remove. Did it remove it? Okay, I was able to remove one of that message for you, Sally. I'm going to type in a message of my own, just something random. Chantel is crazy. If I can even... There we go. I'm going to see if I can... No. Okay, we cannot... we can't remove our own comments. That's annoying. I'm just going to... Can I can't even screenshot it. All right. Okay. And I don't know if any of the mods can remove my comment because I'm the channel owner. So mods, if you want to have a go at trying to remove my comment and see if you can, otherwise I'll send a thing through to some people at YouTube. But I do know that they are playing, YouTube are seriously playing hardcore with the moderator features at the moment. They're adding in so much stuff that I'm hoping that it's good. Sally says I can only block, report, or go to the channel. I can pin. Well, I could always pin. You guys can't do that. Report, remove, put user in timeout. Sally, when you're trying to do it, are you just clicking the 3 dots or are you trying, you can click the message as well. If you click the comment rather than the 3 dots, sometimes that brings up more options. But anyway, you need to have a look at, I don't know. Chintami says I still have Chantel special dice. Yeah, look, I've got a few of mine as well. Okay, so you guys have only got... So you guys can't time out is what you're telling me. So you can... You're definitely still modded. You've still got your hammers. Let me just... I'm just going to check just to see if there's anything I can do on my end. No, I don't appear to have any options for moderators. Josephine says that she can time out anyone but a mod. Is that right? Or you can't? So I can remove... All my options are the same for me, but... Oh, and Josephine can still do all that stuff. All right, who's on Macs and who's on PCs? That's the next question. I mean, I'm on a Mac, but I'm the channel owner, so I always have a few extra features. Josephine's on PC. I know Sally's on a Mac. This is bizarre. Okay. So, yeah, I have noticed that mods can't mod other mods, and it was a comment I made to YouTube already. What if you have a rogue moderator? Like, what can you do? And they're like, oh, well, the channel owner can deal with it. And you're just like, really? Okay. So, all right. Okay, I'll have a look into it after the stream is over. Might have to run a little test stream. Yeah, so on mods, you'll have a lot limited ability on a mod. Hang on a second. What's wrong? No, he's on camera.
You guys just watched me feed him a bit of hot cross bun.
Don't feed him hot cross bun. It's got sultanas in it. Okay. Okay, all right. So you guys can do everything for everyone else, but not mods. All right, yeah. That's a known issue. But I'm going to follow up with that. Okay, so yeah, that's the warning for everyone in the chat. The mods can still mod you, hey, just not each other. But I can mod the mods. So if you guys need me to remove something, let me know. Yeah, and I can't delete my own stuff either. So that is weird. I will definitely mention that. Can someone send me a little DM to remind me to chat with someone about that? Because that's annoying. Oh, did you give him a greenie? Louis's got snacks. He's got hot cross bun and greenie. Which one's he going to go for? Just letting you know we could keep you in line. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Alrighty, we are coming around to the end of the row. Yay! All right. So, what were we talking about before we got sidetracked? Resolutions, crafting resolutions. So, yeah, I think that being intentional with your crafting supplies is probably better. Like, you know, does anybody here have a new skill on their list of things? Is there something that they want to learn? While you decide that, I'm going to have some tea. I did bring a teacup for my tea. Oh, got dust in it. Good job, me. All right. Now, I've learnt not just to drink it straight out of the Yeti, like when I make these cups, for one reason. One big reason. Oh, there's still a sip of coffee. For one big reason. I burn my face off. That's it. That's my big reason. So if I have it in a cup, it aerates it. Oh, geez, that tea's good. You know when you make yourself a cup of tea and you're just like, oh, that is good. So yeah, that's where that cup of tea's at. That's the mint sliced tea from our friend of the channel and my real life friend Nat Power with Tea for Talia. Card weaving, Freaky Geek wants to learn how to do. Awesome. Beck Knit wants to get better at knitting. Fantastic. Kathy is digging into Tunisian crochet. Absolutely. Chintami says, no hard rules for me. Try is the way to go. And if I only one of the things, I still win. Doug Hewson is here. Doug Hewson has snuck in and has gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you very much, Doug Hewson. Very much appreciate you gifting those memberships out to the Fiberifians. That is awesome. That is awesome. Knitspin Girls has scored a Doug Hewson membership. Bianca has been gifted a Doug Hewson membership. Beck Nick has been gifted a membership. Teresa has been gifted a membership, and Dolores F was gifted a membership. That is fantastic. It's so good. And do you know what's really nice is that all of these people are regular chatters in the live stream. Sometimes the memberships get gifted to people and you're like, who is that? I don't recall seeing that name in a live stream. But that's great when that happens. That is awesome. Hey, Doug, actually, if you're still here, we're having an issue. Moderators are having an issue. They can't moderate each other or remove their own comments. So have you heard this? I know I've DM'd, a person that we both know about it. Well, not DM'd, but tweeted at. But yeah, if you know anything, that would be cool. Doug is like the #1 moderator on the internet. So on YouTube. Russell's in the house. He's crafting a full-scale live launch. That is awesome, Russell. That is great. I can't wait to see how it goes for you. I know that you're putting a lot of effort and time into it. Jackie says, I have lots of card weaving because the awesome Game Widows gave me some of the most beautiful cards for Christmas. Oh my gosh, that sounds fantastic. I saw those cards. They look gorgeous. I think you're going to make some amazing things. Oh, Bob Curran wants to learn steeking. Bob, you know what? I don't want to be afraid of steeking anymore, but I'm also afraid to learn steeking because I'm afraid of steeking. So if you don't know what steeking is, it's where you knit something in the round and then you cut the knit stitches and then you join on and continue on. So a lot of like Norwegian sweaters and Fair Isle sweaters are knit totally in the round and then they'll steek in the sleeves and the neckband. So, yeah, terrified. Yeah. Those of you that are in the chat and were gifted a channel membership or those that have purchased their channel memberships, don't forget to jump over to the Fibrific Discord. There's actually a whole little special section just for channel members. So when you set up your Discord account, make sure you link your YouTube channel. There's instructions on the Discord on how to do that, and it will automatically let you into some extra areas in the Discord. Game Widows is going to get better using her spinning wheel. Shannon Cooper, it's great to see you. Holly says that my knitting goal this year is to knit some garments. That is awesome. That is awesome. Because Holly, you just did like a whole year of a knitting techniques class, didn't you? That seemed like so awesome. Bob says Discord won't let you in. Oh no. All right. Does the links works? I don't know. Melissa says 5th of Jan. What does that mean, Melissa? Are you behind in the chat, Melissa? I'm not sure. I wonder if I could make tablet weaving cards on my Cricut. I possibly could, you know. Oh, Sun Gold starts on the 5th of January. Okay, thank you. All right, awesome. I definitely want to get on. I don't want to get behind. So, yeah. So I have the kit for Sun Gold. I'll just grab it. I just need to let my hands, because see how red they're getting? They're very warm. I'm just going to grab those. Yeah, when you hover over your own name, no options come up. Absolutely. And as a channel owner, same deal. I had the same problem. I wrote a snarky comment about how I'm crazy and I couldn't delete it. Doug and I troubleshoot live streaming stuff on each other's channels all the time, just so you know. Okay, so here is the Sun Gold kit. For those of you that weren't here when it arrived, I'm just going to push this aside just temporarily. I'll come back to it, I promise. But this is the Sun Gold kit, and I opted for the not special DK version of the kit because I don't like special DK. So I thought I would try out the Yarnsmith's Create yarn, which is the in-house brand for the Wool Warehouse. So it was similar sort of money. It wasn't. I don't believe it was any cheaper. It's similar kind of money, but the yarn feels differently. Kelly says, anyone experiencing problems getting into the Discord, post into the fun zone for this stream thread, and then we can help. We've got some amazing people in the Fibrific Discord who can really help you get going over there. And I know it's a new thing, and I understand when everything is, new and it's a new platform and it all gets a little bit like stressful. I totally get that. But trust me when I say it is worth the effort, because we're able to organize the conversations better over there. And we've got some really fun stuff in there that we just can't set up that same way over on Facebook. So we just didn't. Oh, it tells you that your email already has an account. That's okay. Can you request a password reset? I don't know if Discord allows that, but anyway, so this yarn feels very soft compared to the special DK. It's got I don't know if you can see it. There's a slight halo to the yarn, merest halo to the yarn. It could also be that it's just been shoved in a bag and it's flown across the world, but I'm very much looking forward to using it. The colors are all a bit warm toned. Last year's colours were a little cool toned, so it's a bit fun on how, it's a little bit of fun playing with the two tones. I like both. I don't like any one better than the other. I just like that they're different. So, yeah. All right, Doug's saying, for the moderators, if you pop out your chat, everything works, which is probably why I haven't noticed it, because I always pop out my chat when I'm moderating. Jancy says it looks similar to Fiddlesticks. It possibly could be, honestly. So, but I like how it feels. I like the colors that are in the bag. I'm very interested. I haven't pulled it all out to have a play because it's contained at the moment. It's totally contained. So the project will start tomorrow. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Pop that back over there. Bring back the knitting. Alrighty. Let's have a looky look. Kelly says, I'm on PC. I tried the pop out. It doesn't make a difference. Some options. Sally's popped out and it works for her. I know Sally's on a Mac. Kelly, I think you said you're on a PC. It might be browser specific. Doug, are you in Chrome or are you on something else? I know that when I am popped out, I'm popped out using Arc, which is a Chromium-based browser, for those of you that, yep. So you haven't done a tension swatch yet? No, it's going to be a blanket. I don't need a tension swatch. I mean, I probably will do one, but all that, you know, I haven't even looked. Is the tension swap Sally's saying that with the chat popped out, she still can't click on her own name, so there's still no options. Wow. This is an interesting discussion. I'm like, I need to get back into the yarn, but I really want to talk about this. But yeah, it is very odd. It's a very odd situation. So we'll get back to knitting. The sweater, I don't have a tape measure handy. I mean, I should. I only own like a million of them for the swatch. It depends on the stitch. Last time they had this kind of puff stitch thing, I swatched for that. It was also my first one of her kits that I was finishing. Like it was my second one. So I did swatch the first one. I wanted to double check I was getting gauge. I don't like to run out of yarn in a kit. Yeah, it definitely needs reporting. Absolutely. Mods, you can report issues yourself from the screen. So there should be a send feedback form somewhere. So it's normally like a little box with a comment box with a question mark in it, or no, an exclamation mark. So if you guys can go in and send your feedback, that would be great. Yeah, that's right. The stitches weren't looking right. That's exactly right. My stitches were totally flat when it was supposed to be a little bit like poof. So I had to go back in and redo it. So I will check the pattern this afternoon. I bought the kit and then stopped looking because I didn't want to. If my comment is the last comment, it's giving me the same issue. Oh, yeah, it looks like Doug may not be able to remove his comments either. Interesting. And Doug, just so you know, you've actually got managing moderator level on this channel. I can't remember if I told you that. Whoops. Anyway, so, you know, you've got extra features that you should be able to access. Yeah, it's working, then not working. Oh, it's an intermittent fault. Ugh. I hate intermittent faults. Gross. That's gross. Stupid intermittent faults. All right, yeah. I'll tweet about it later after the stream is over. Look out. Back to the normal chat. Can anybody see my Halo Angel post? Let me scrub back. Let me look. Oh, I'll look in the live chat. No, Freaky Geek, you've retracted it. So it looks like it's gone. So that is weird. It's so weird. All right. So Freaky was able to retract his post. So that's good. So viewers can retract their own posts if they want to. So that's awesome. And mods can still moderate community. They just are struggling to moderate each other and themselves. I mean, that sounds wrong. They're not, you know what I mean, right? moderate themselves. Anyway, back on topic. How's the new year treating everybody? Excellent point. For me, it's been quiet. It's been pretty, other than dealing with the raw sewage in my yard, I've been at home because the only way to get out of my yard is to walk through it, honestly, and I don't want to do that. Council's supposed to be coming today to clean it up, so hopefully they do. Otherwise, what we've been doing is we have one pair of shoes that we walk out to our car in, and then we have a pair of shoes in the car to wear when we're out and about. And then we leave our shoes just like next to where we park so that when we open the car door, we can lean out and grab them so we don't have to bring them into the cars. So, yes, it's exciting. It's so fun. It's not fun. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, yeah, that's how my year's been going. In saying that, though, I think it's time to stand. I do need to stand, everybody, so bear with while we raise the desk. Push the chair out of the way. Desk is up. Oh, I think. There we go. Alrighty. I think we need to raise the desk just a little more. When I set the desk height, I forgot to adjust for cameras. So, setting the desk height. Alrighty. Is this a yearly issue? No, it's a weather issue. So it depends on the rain and how much rain we've gotten and, all that sort of stuff. It is. It's bad. We should all stand and stretch at the same time. Definitely better for our backs to move around. Oh, it is. It was really encouraging for me last time when Kelly told me that she was sitting and standing with me. So it made me feel a little less like goofy that I was having to sit and stand all the time. So yeah, but in saying that, I've got a little. Oh, hello, Macy. Are you going to go and check out Louis' stuff? Oh, no, we just saw your little shadow. I've just realised, the sit and stand doesn't quite do as much for Louis' camera angle. Macy's upset because she can't walk into Abby's room because Abby's door's closed. Hey, Sue Singletons, good to see you. Kelly says, I'm still sitting and standing with you when you do it. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Can you get a desk that has 2 levels? My desk has got multiple levels. So mine's but I had actually pre-programmed it. So I might actually just, there we go. I've just readjusted it so that when we stand back up, it should come back to this height. Should being the operative word. And when I go to sit, it'll go back to what it was. I've got a sit height and a stand height, both preset, but you can make it whatever you want. I can make the desk like here so that I can sit on a chair and roll under the desk and do all the chords. It's kind of fun. Doug's got to go back to work. Thanks for jumping in, Doug, and thank you so much for all the gifted memberships. That's awesome. Where are we up to in the chat? Everyone's just saying hi. So, yeah. So, for me, my New Year's crafting goals is more along the lines of just keeping on top of my whips. Kind of like what I did last year. I really did appreciate, having Melissa in my brain helping me to finish projects off because, as a lot of you know, I am not a project crafter. I'm a process crafter. So, I like to learn the thing and then I'm done, right? Yep. Whereas a lot of people are project crafters. So being able to keep on top of my list and for it not to get overwhelming. And I've got both Kelly and Melissa in my brain. Kelly's reminding me to add things into my Ravelry queue so that I can keep track of where I'm up to with everything, which is just great. Does anyone know if Ravelry's back up? We knew that earlier it was down. So that's my goal. Like I don't want to limit myself as to how much craft I can do, but I do want to limit on how many projects I have on the go. Right now I have a couple too many blanket projects that I'm comfortable with. So I'm trying to work on some of those and finish those off as well. The mosaic blanket is nearly done, guys. It's nearly at the length that we want it. So we will... I'll have to do some measuring and work out how many more weeks we've got left with that one. Oh, Rav's back up. That's awesome. My New Year's crafting goals is to actually try and craft more. The past year I haven't done too much crafting. That's all right. Sometimes we're not in like the zone, you know? And it's okay to not be in the zone if you've got other stuff to do. But when you're bored, yeah. Like you, I figure out how to do it and then go, okay, well, I can do that now. Off you go into the corner. Exactly. Bub says blankets don't count. I love you, Bub. Blankets don't count. Then I've got half as many whips right now. That's cool. Blankets don't count. Because blankets are a long-term, some blankets are long-term projects. Like I did knock over a couple of blankets in a week. My brain needed to focus on something while I dealt with some things. And the easiest way was just to crochet. So I actually made 2 blankets in 2 weeks. So, I want to focus on my projects this year so that I can complete more projects. I'm a process crafter, and once I learn the thing, I want to move on. Yes, maybe we need a little process crafter support group. Over on the Discord, actually, we have an area for our works in progress, which I posted photos of my daily progress of my stocking, only because there was daily progress, because of, you know, it was a daily cal. And I'm finding that to be a really fun way to sort of remind me to do things. And over there, you can actually choose a tag that says that you want, what's the word I'm looking for, where you need support to get it finished. There's a word, and that's the name of the tag, and I can't think of what it is. My brain's just totally turned off. I can't think of, I'm going to have to check sorry. Discord. Into the Discord. Horrific Discord. Works in progress. Tags. Accountability. Oh, Kelly's put it there. Accountability. So if you need accountability, if you need hey, how's his one going? You can choose the accountability tag, and I go in, and every now and again, not too often, because I also don't like to be nudged too often, because I'm like, I'm working on other things, leave me alone. And be like, hey, how's this thing going? And it was wonderful because I'd missed posting a couple of days of my stocking, and I had actually someone pop in and go, hey, I can't wait to see the next day's one. And I was like, oh, that's right, they're done, but I forgot to post the photos. So being able to have that little gentle nudges is super helpful as well. Deadlines make me want to start something new. That's not what I should be working on. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility as well. I can push back a little. I can go over there. Sorry, I'm just moving things. And that can go back into its spot. Sorry, I'm just clearing my desk because it was bugging me that I could see things that I shouldn't have been able to see. And it's shadow. Tracy says, I love seeing all the photos. Yeah, it's so much fun over on the Discord. So we're trying to make it like a really cool, fun spot to go and hang out and craft and then the plan is, and we'll probably do the first one very soon in the next week or so, or next couple of weeks, is channel members, so those of you with your little ninjas next to your name, like Holly and Chintamani, we'll be doing a live call over on the Discord, sort of like a Zoom, but within the Discord itself. So if you want to jump in, you can just watch or just listen. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to, but it's a two-way chat. So, happy to have you there. I'm on Ravelry now, downloading a new pattern to start, even though I have 5 whips. I have a new pattern that our wonderful mod extraordinaire Leanne gave me for Christmas that I nearly downloaded yesterday. And I was just like, no, you need to finish this top before you start another top. So, yes, let's finish this top. Actually, I should probably do just a little measure do. That's the middle point there. Well, I don't have a tape measure. I do, however, have a ruler. Any chance you could grab my yellow tape measure out of my little crafty basket next to my chair? No. No? Okay, thanks, Abs. She's getting it. So we need, our goal is, for the long sweater, it's 15 inches. So I'm thinking maybe 13. And then I'll have a little try on. So I've got more of these cables. So I'll pop one of these cables in here and then I can try it on and work out exactly where I want it. Maybe 15 inches is what I want. I'm not sure. I'll have to try on and see. But it definitely needs to be longer than this. Thank you, honey. Alrighty. So roll that up. So we're currently at 11. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Dolores, did you notice that you are now a channel member? Doug Houston jumped in earlier and gifted some channel memberships, and you are one of the members. So, you know, congratulations. The Deadless Magpies and Starlings wait list has just dropped to a 6 months wait if anyone is... Really? Because they've been really long. 6 months is doable. Thank you for the heads up on that, Bub Karen. Yeah, Chintami's deadline is you get it when you get it. Yeah. I like that kind of deadline too. But I actually work really good with deadlines. Like I'm one of those people that it's like when the deadline looms, I just knuckle down. Usually, except for craft. So I'm going to pop my desk back down again now. My back's like, hey, now we're bending weird. So let's... Hi. Oh, your magpie is cleared customs. Please post photos of it when it arrives. Like post photos in the chat. So this is the, what's it called? It's called Tanis Fiber Arts Rocket Tee in DK. So, yeah. So there is a rocket tee as well in 4-ply available if you prefer your sweaters to be in 4-ply rather than DK. But as I was making it in this Hobbii Panettone, which is it's a really interesting, it's a tube basically, super lightweight, but it is technically a DK, but very light, very airy, and mostly cotton. So a little bit of sparkles. If I had the tag handy, I could tell you what the sparkles were, but yeah, it is super. It makes a super lightweight cotton chunky, which I love. So I bought 10 of these in a sale at, in one of the Hobbii sales because Hobbii does great sales. Always worth checking on Hobbii if you need cotton. And saying that, I did recently, and I did an unboxing a couple of weeks back. Unboxing, debagging. Oh, Louis just left us. Thanks, Louis. When he comes back, I'll bring his camera back. But he did not eat the hot cross bun that Abby threw at him, which I'm not surprised about at all. However, he did eat his greenie. All right, so yeah, I've just got them just here in the back. So I decided to pick up some of the Hobbii sort of more the different stuff, not just pure cotton or pure this or pure that, because I've only really bought variations on cotton from Hobbii. So the cotton wool blend that I made that sweater in, that first one, the Hohi Locatelli sweater, that was my first Hobbii buy. Oh, it is. It's pooling and sparkling in very interesting ways. So at the start, I thought, oh, that's kind of cute with little thin stripes sort of thing. And then, as it comes down, the pooling keeps changing. So at first I was like, when this started happening here, I was like, oh, no. But then I realized the pooling changes constantly. And it doesn't matter if I try and match up the balls or anything, the pooling just changes. So I'm just having to accept that the stripes aren't actually stripes. It pulls weirdly, and that's okay. And it creates visual and interest, and it's definitely got some sparkly in there. So I like that too. So let me just grab. Now these weren't the only ones that I bought, but this was just a couple that's really handy. But this is a cotton silk blend that I got that I just absolutely love. It's so soft and just unbelievably beautiful. And then also I grabbed, it's a bamboo jazz. I believe this is a 50-50 cotton bamboo. 50-50 cotton bamboo. And again, so soft. So enough for some little garments. So little tops, T-shirts, singlets, that sort of thing. And I also have like a black linen that I got as well, which I love, which is tucked away. It's not handy. So while Hobbii specialise, in their amazing cakes, which I have and love, keep looking. There's other stuff as well. All right. Drink some tea. Okay. Alrighty, let's keep knitting. We're in a sparkly section right now. What is the name of this top again? It's called Rocket Tea, TEE, by Tanis Fiber Arts. Crochet with Claire is here. Hello, Claire. How are you going? Thank you. I'm very much enjoying it. I was a little concerned that the sparkly bits would not be soft enough against skin, but I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'll be okay. I won't know till I go to wear it, but I think it'll be fine because it does have some cotton on it as well. It's not just all metallic sparkly, but the metallic does come through on the back. So yeah. So it is Tanis Fiber Arts Rocket Tea DK. I'll bring in the iPad. There you go. Rocket Tea DK from Tanis Fiber Arts. That's what we're looking for, is that image. So I'm making this top, but with short sleeves. I'm making it into a t-shirt because I love a v-neck. I love a t-shirt. So that's where that's at. I'm good. Just keeping on going. Betty, it's great to see you. So yeah, just keeping on. We are alternating our sitting and our standing. Ah, there we go. Sal has a link. Thank you, Sally, for sharing the link. Very much appreciate that. So yeah. Melissa says my chat is totally different. Really? Are you on live chat or top chat? That might make a difference. Oh, you've saved it in your Ravelry now? That is awesome. The other thing is you can always double check my queue and find it that way as well. So there's always that option as well. If I've remembered to add it. On this particular project, I believe it's there. Not all of them are. I'm getting better. I'm trying to utilize Ravelry more again. I went through a phase many years ago that every single thing went to Ravelry. All my cues, everything. Not my cues, all my yarns, everything went in. But now I'm sort of like, and then I went into this phase where I just found patterns and walked away. Just stretching my arm. Yeah, so, where I just found the patterns and that was it. And now I'm back into sorting and storing and favoriting and creating really cool groups of patterns because I'm learning some amazing things from some great people and I'm making videos on those and sharing them with you guys. Yeah, so it's fun. It's fun. So I'm just going to keep knitting. Just keep knitting. Just keep knitting. Knitting, knitting, knitting. I've got to bring my little camera down because it looks like I'm a kid looking up. So, yeah. I couldn't see it today. Time to top the tea up with the hot tea. How's everybody going? Are you all staying hydrated? Are you stretching and moving? It's important to make sure we do all these things. My videos have really helped you use Ravelry better. That is awesome. I should definitely make some more. That is the goal this year, to get at least one Ravelry video out a month. So that's 12 Ravelry videos I'm hoping to make this year. So, that's if I can find 12 things that will help. I'm not going to just make videos for the sake of making it into a video. And it might be that it just needs to be something super short, so it might be a short rather than a full video. But yeah, little tips and tricks and things that make using Ravelry better for you. Today I've got water. I've just finished my coffee, but my tea that I have is tea Fatalia mint slice tea. It is very nice tea. It's one of my favorite teas. And it's kind of like, it's got like a chocolatey, it's a black tea that you can have milk with. And it's kind of got like a chocolatey undertone, but also a really lovely mintiness that's not peppermint tea, if that makes any sense. Because I get heartburn. When I drink peppermint tea, I get heartburn. So, it just really messes with me. And I don't get that from this tea. But I think it's because it's actually black tea. So... Claire says I should learn. Claire, I have a video here on the channel that might help you. So yeah, it might just help. It's called Continental Knitting for Crocheters. Because as crocheters, we tend to, if we're right-handed, we tend to tension with our left hand. Jance, wouldn't that be lovely? Maybe that could be a feature request, being able to duplicate your project and then just edit, who it's for and what have you. Because, sometimes we do just want to make it again for someone else. We're making the same thing for 6 people, even using the same yarns, but they're made for different people. Yeah. This Spin Girl says, I love the mint slice tea. Tastes exactly like a mint slice. Yes. If you're not in Australia, you may not know what we're talking about, but in Australia, there's a biscuit called a mint slice. They are amazing. They would be my favorite biscuit. I like a Tim Tam, but I love a mint slice. If I've got to choose between Tim Tams and mint slices win. I think I must have put my fan onto some sort of setting, and it's actually changing between different things. I need to look at what I've done to it. Let me have a look here. There's buttons, there's a time. Maybe I clicked the mode button. Come back here. Oscillate back this way. I can't read its little thing. Mint slice rule. I agree. Mint slice are the best biscuits out there. All right, come on. It oscillates so slowly. Here we go. Turn off the oscillating. I can read the screen. Mode. Okay. No, that's not the mode I want. No. No. See, the fan had like 8 speeds, right? And now for some reason I've only got 3. And it's annoying because I like speed number 5. I've definitely done something to it. That, or it's breaking and it's not letting itself go above a 3. I don't know. Anyway, and oh yes, I do a gluten-free mint slice now. So if you're a celiac, you can get your hands on the mint slice now too, which I think is great because I think everyone should be able to have mint slice. Oh my gosh, mint chocolate to me is like green jelly and trifle is to you. That's terrible. That's terrible. Kelly says the live has gone super fast. I know, hasn't it? It really has gone super quickly today, which is good because it means that I am in a lot less pain than last week. Last week's live went for 90 minutes and, oh, Claire has used, it's still an awesome channel. Thank you, Claire. Claire, is this your way? We use these green member chat messages to change the craft. Did you want to have me to re-roll for a new craft or was it just a message? Because it's your choice. So let us know in the chat if it was a message or an urge for a re-roll. I'm just keeping an eye out. See, I like mint and chocolate together. I don't like all mint and chocolate together. It's the balance has to be right, and some places just don't get the balance right. But yeah. We'll see. Nothing coming in yet. I'm just going to keep knitting. Just keep knitting, knitting, knitting. Oh, there we go. Oh, last time I said keep the same project. This time re-roll. Okay. Let us re-roll. We've got our witchcraft rollings. Oh, man, no, go away. That's not what I wanted. That's the wrong screen. I wanted that screen. There we go. All right, so number 2 is this green top, just as an aside. Oh, that's not the right screen still. That one. There we go. Dice. We have the dice. Okay. So I'm going to use, we've used that one. Let's use this one. Okay. So yeah, the number 2 is the green top. It's not the bunny mink cow. So we will see. It's a 5. We're going to work on the knee-high socks. So let me grab those out. Let's just pop this back in its bag. Knee-high socks. There we go. Let's go back to that screen. Dice back away. And the knee-high socks. Oh no, that's right. For those of you that don't know, I got annoyed with my knee-high socks. They didn't fit properly, so I actually pulled them back. And I am in the middle of redoing the heel. So where's my knee-high sock pattern? Bring it up. For those of you wondering, I use Knit Companion, the free version. I don't pay for it. And I love it. I think it's wonderful. I use it on my iPad. I think it's really cool. And it's a great way to do things. So where am I up to? There we go. Until there are 50 heel stitches. So how many have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 41. All right, so we keep doing this one. Chintamani says that she uses Oh no, I'm just up to the foot gusset before the heel. So I can do this. I can do this. I just needed to double check where I was up to. It's been a little bit. So we just knit one, make one left. Did I grab the whole stitch there? Knit one. There we go. Make one left. Come on, make one left. There we go. And then we just knit across to the last heel stitch. Okay. We're good. It's good. So I don't pay for Knit Companion at all. I don't know if their Android version is any good. Their iPad version is great. I know for many years they didn't have an Android version, so I didn't use it. But yeah. Oops, I'm all tangled up here. No, there we go. That's what I want. Alrighty. Sweaty hands not helping. So Kelly has finished Kelly and I started our knee-high socks at the same time. Kelly has not only finished her knee-high socks, she's made another pair of socks, and now she's nearly up to the ankles of some knitted pants. So I'm feeling a little, about it. Bianca says I couldn't get the Android version to do anything. Yeah, I definitely was more happy with it as on my iPad than anything else. So yeah, I definitely struggled with the Android version. I'll be honest. Knit Companion version is so worth it if you use chart. So what difference does because I use charts, and in the free version, look, I'm just gonna Florida manufactures off. Okay. So like this is a free pattern, so you can go and get the pattern for free. I'm not giving away anything for free here. Oops. I'm just trying to hold this flat so you can see it. But I mean, I can bring it down and it stays where I want it. So what does it do extra for the charts, just out of curiosity, that makes it worth paying for? Because I just didn't want to pay for it if the only difference was being able to write on the screen. You know what I mean? Like, I've got other apps I can do that with. You rip back your socks. You shouldn't feel bad. Plus, you're working on many other projects. I dedicated my focus to the socks to get them complete for a Christmas gift. Okay. All right. I have been working on a lot of projects. I also made 2 tops. Now that I think about it. No, was the first ranunculus done? I think the first ranunculus was done. And then the second ranunculus was sharing time. Okay. Just need to make a stitch right. I hate make one rights. They're always that bit tighter than the make one lefts. I don't know why. Am I the only one who doesn't like make one rights? Get in there, you little... There we go. No, that's not right. There we go. Yay! It worked. All right. And I made a colourwork stocking. I mean, that's an excellent point. I forgot about the stocking. So bring that over, pull that across, bring that. Oops. There we go. Next sock. Grab the right yarn. Yeah, make one right needs a better way. I agree. Make one left, I'm okay with. Make one right, it's like annoying. There probably is like another way. I mean, there's plenty of ways to do plenty of things. There we go. Knit across. Where are we at? Yeah, I haven't seen any vids doing a make one right differently, but, maybe there's an alternative option that would work just as nicely for make one rights and make one lefts. But everyone uses the make one rights, make one lefts in their designs, so maybe there's not a viable option. I don't know. You can color code the chart to make them different colors for different stitches. So does it automatically go through the whole chart to do it, or do you have to manually do it yourself? Oh, yes. Make one rights, pearls, and yes, they suck a lot. Bye, Sally. Have an awesome day. What's the time? Yep. I'll keep an eye on the time as well. And here we go. Make one right. All right, let me get my hands. Make one right. Get in there, you miserable puke. Nope, didn't work. I think part of it's because it's really small and I think I need my prescription checked. So sometimes I split the stitch and it just doesn't feel right. There we go. All righty. Yeah, I think I need to get my prescription checked in my glasses. So that doesn't help us any, does it? Little needles. I mean, we've got some good light in here. That's super helpful. Now let's knit across all the stitches. Knitty, knit, 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 knit. Yeah, so I realized my socks just were not quite long enough before I started the heel turn, and it was actually pulling on my toes, and it was just making it very uncomfortable. And it also meant that there was no give in the sock widthway because it had all been pulled lengthways, and I need a little bit of give widthways. So it was I just had to pull back and try again. Just giving myself an extra, bit of length in the sock to make allowances. Where are we? It does it for you. You can also get it to a number of how many of the... Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I might be tempted. They keep offering me like a 50% discount to upgrade. Oh, no. What was it? It was like $8. And then the following years, it'll be 22. That's more than 50% off. So, they really want me to get the paid version. I don't like the increases where you knit into part of the stitch below. Look, I don't mind those ones so much as long as they're really clear which part of the stitch below they want you to knit. I don't mind them, the lifted increases, but they just need to be clear as to what they want. But it doesn't always look the best. Right now I'm working on my knee-high socks. The pattern is called Basic Knee-High Sock. It is in my Ravelry Q projects. It's a whip. We had to roll the dice and change our project. So this is what we do in these streams. We change the project according to what the dice say. And we are nearly out of time. So no more dice rollings for today. But just as a reminder for those of you that are still here, it is the first Thursday of the month and there is Caffeinated Crafters. So if you are a local in the Brisbane, Logan, Ipswich, Gold Coast-ish areas or southeast corner of Queensland, come to Logan IKEA and have coffee with us tonight. I'm probably going to have some sort of dinner. I might even do meatballs. I don't know yet. I'm not always inspired by the IKEA menu. It gets a bit repetitive, I'll be honest. But I do like their Likenberry juice. Is the mosaic blanket pattern in the Ravelry store? I don't know. Is Crochet with Claire still here or has she left? It is on the Crochet with Claire's website, so you can go and get the mosaic blanket from there. But yeah, and if you go back to one of the older, there's a link for a discount code in one of the older videos. I don't know if the code's still valid or not, but it was there. Or you can just watch it for free over on Claire's YouTube channel. Oh, next round is all knit stitches. So I'm going to keep practicing and learning my Norwegian knitting, which I'm very bad at because my finger automatically pops up, which is against everything they believe. Oh, Claire's still here. Excellent. Someone in the chat was wanting to know where the Mosaic crochet pattern is available. And I couldn't remember. I can't drop anything right now. You'll need to go back and look at one of the old videos, unfortunately. So it's the live craft and chats with the Mosaic blanket on the thumbnail. That'll have all the information, the yarns I use, the discount codes, everything's in there. Oh, and the coupon is still active, so it's cheaper to buy it on Claire's website. There you go. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, boys and girls, I'm going to get to the end of this little row of this sock. And then we are done and dusted for today. We managed to get through an entire 2-hour stream with my dumb back. So I'm feeling pretty chuffed about that. It does not hurt anywhere near as much as it did last week. So that is a bonus. Claire says she can't remember if it's on her Ravelry. It probably should be, Claire. It probably should be. Anyway. Alrighty. Actually, I think it might be. I think I've got it linked on my pattern. Anyway, I don't know. All right. But yes, if you want to make the Mosaic blanket, go back to where the thumbnails changed. So they went from the Mosaic blanket being the theme to the witchcraft ones. So when it's the Mosaic, so if you click on live, if you go to my channel, click live streams, it'll be there. You'll be able to see the pinky themed thumbnails and be able to find it right there. It's in one of the descriptions. All the links, all the codes, everything are in there. Alrighty, everybody, have an amazing rest of your day. I hope that we get more chances throughout the year to talk about organising and planning our projects. I really enjoyed that today in today's stream, so I hope we get to talk about that some more. And we've got some announcements coming up, so keep your eyes peeled for when they come, and we will catch you all next time. Bye now.